Hello all, I'm Sai and you're watching the Book Dragon. In today's video, I'm bringing to you my answers for the questions in the anonymous Bookoholics tag, and the link for the blog from which I found this tag and also all the 8 questions in the tag will be down in the description, so don't forget to leave your answers in the comments below because I'd like to know them. Without any further ado, let's get into the questions right away. Question number 1. What do you like about buying new books? The first thing which I like the most about buying new books is that while I buy new books, I always get to increase my collection and widen it to a greater scope. I always like buying new books and having them around me, mainly because they help me and encourage me to read a lot more. Also, when I have a lot of unread books in my shelf, it gives me a variety from which I can choose and read different things. It's not like I'm confined to reading only particular types of books or the books that are there with me for a longer time. I always prefer to buy new books always and increase my collection so that they'll help me read more and help me have a wider variety from which I can pick and read, and it's always fun to do it that way rather than just having a confined collection. Question number 2. How often do you buy new books? I usually buy new books every month or every other month, but it is not always the same because many times I do get to know about book sales and I prefer buying from them because the price of the books drop when there's a sale and I'll be able to get a lot more books for the same amount of money that I have planned to buy, and it is always within my budget, and it is more comfortable for me to buy books during different intervals than just buying them during certain fixed times throughout the year because I don't know when there will be good deals for certain books coming out, and I always prefer to have some amount of money in order to buy books when there is a sale or when the price drops, and it is not always consistent, but I try to buy books every other month usually. Question number 3. Bookstores or online book shopping, which do you prefer? I prefer buying books online rather than from bookstores. The main reason being that there is a huge price drop buying books online rather than from buying them from bookstores. I know that it doesn't help the publishers and the publishing industry as a whole while buying online, but I'll be more comfortable to buy books from a person whom I don't see rather than just meeting in person and then buying it from them because it's a bit comfortable for me buying online, and I also don't always get the time to go out and shop the stuff that I want. So most of the things that I buy are online and through online services, and I always prefer to buy books from online services. The main reason being that they have lower prices compared to actual bookstores. Question number 4. Do you have a favorite bookshop? Just as I said for the answer in the previous question itself, I don't buy books from bookstores, so I don't have a specific bookshop or anything that's my favorite. But if there is a book sale that's going on in my locality or somewhere near me, then I do prefer buying books from them. And one of the favorite book sales that I attend almost every year is book shows, Lock the Box, and several other book sales like that, in which we get many books for a lower price, and most of the times it's used books, but I don't care because I just want the books. I don't care whether they are used or not until their condition is good. Question number 5. Do you pre-order? Yeah, I do pre-order sometimes when I'm very much excited or very much anxious for the release of a book, and if it is an anticipated release for me to such a great extent, then I'll pre-order the book. Otherwise I'll not, because I prefer knowing the opinions of other fellow readers like me and then investing money on books, because it's not always that we are going to end up liking everything that the author puts out just because we like their previous works, but there are certain times during which I just trust my gut and sense that the book is going to be good and pre-order it, and I do pre-order at times, but it's not always for all the books that I want to read. Question number 7. Do you have a monthly buying limit? Yeah, I do have a monthly buying limit. I try to not buy more than 1,000 rupees worth of books every month, and it does not happen every month also. I try to accumulate the money over 2 to 3 months and then buy the books in bulk so that I can make to buy a lot more books than I usually can with the 1,000 rupees that I have, and it is always profitable for me to buy books by saving money and then buying them as a whole rather than just buying them on a monthly basis. And I do have budgets always while I'm buying books, and it's mostly between 1,000 and 3,000 rupees depending upon the sale or the person from whom I'm buying the books, and it differs most of the time, but I always have a budget. Question number 7. How big is your wish list? I don't add books to my wish list mostly. I just add them to my cart and then save them for later so that I can check the price drop on a daily basis, and the number of books in my save for later book cart is always over 200 books consistently, because I do like checking out books often and adding them to my cart so that I can monitor them on a daily basis. If it's on my wish list, I'll not be able to check it on a daily basis because I don't have the habit of adding things to my wish list, but it is always there saved for later in my cart, and I always do check it out. And whenever I see a price drop, I don't think that much. I just go for it and buy the books because there's very less chances that the price comes down so often. And yeah, the number of books in my wish list, or I call it here save for later list, is always over 200 books. The last question, question number 8. Which are the top 3 books from your wish list that you wish to own right now? The top 3 books from my save for later list or my wish list are hardcover editions of these 3 books. The first one being The Bane Chronicles. I've finished reading the book, but I do want to have a hardcover copy of the book because I just love Magnus Bane as a character. He's one of my all-time favorite characters. The second one is the original cover of Six of Crows in hardcover as well, because I do have Cricket Kingdom in its original cover, but I don't have Six of Crows because it is way too expensive than Cricket Kingdom always online. The collector's edition is cheap, but the original edition is always expensive. I don't know why. And the last one being the second book in the Dark Artifices trilogy by Cassandra Clare, which is Lord of Shadows. That one also in hardcover. It's also pretty much expensive compared to the first 3 books. I don't know why. And these are the top 3 books from my wish list that I wish that I own right now, because those are things I do think that I'll have to save money for quite a bit of time and then buy, and that's the answer for this question. Yes guys, that's all for today, and don't forget to leave your answers in the comments below because I'd like to know them. And if you did enjoy watching this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also share it to your friends. If you want to get more content from me, do subscribe to the channel because I publish new videos every Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.